Hello, and welcome back to Lord of Heroes News on Nyris Gaming. This one's a bit of a doozy. Not a ton of things changing, but big couple things. I'm going to attempt to summarize a bit more this time, so let's begin. This update is going to be coming on the 23rd of October. First things first, we're getting a new Earth Warrior Aran to fill out the alternates for the trio from the Far East. Her banner will run from the 23rd to the 1st of December. There is going to be a new raid boss coming that you will unlock after you complete War of the Tyrants Book of Prophecy Day 12-9-14. It is unclear a bit how the beginning of this goes, but it appears you pump energy into this somehow. I don't know if there are battles involved, but once enough energy is pumped into this, I believe it is alliance-based. The monster, in this case a frickin' dragon, will spawn. This will also rotate elements and will be a 2-squad battle. However, there is a Vanguard slot who will fight alongside both squads. There's also going to be a use for the stat Valor, which is the stat you get from completing comments in the archives for characters that has been sitting there for years with literally no use. Only thing is this is only going to be usable by Guardians and Warriors starting out, because the Vanguard slot is where it comes into play, and only Guardians and Warriors can fill that slot. I'm going to be calling this update the Warrior Revamp for a very specific reason on top of that one. The rewards for these battles are going to focus primarily on Soulstone fragments, which can be forged into Elemental Soulstones, so we have more access to skill upgrade materials, but you will also be getting a decent amount of Renown and Elixirs of Insight. However, rank rewards will also include Energy, Gold, Renown, Crystal, and Link Stones. Light Walter is going to be coming to the Link Summon banner, so he is an option for your guaranteed Link Summon hero at the beginning of the game. He is amazing as he has a non-elemental specific 100% shock on his 2, and he is getting massively buffed because he is a light warrior among a bunch of other warriors that are getting massively buffed this patch. We will go over the details specifically of those in another video. Him alongside Dark Charlotte will also be getting their relics added. Charlotte will probably be a rerun hero on a featured summon banner next, as this is how this usually goes. And as for those balance changes, they will be coming to Fire Lyrae, Light Olivia, Earth Laphlis, Dark Brand, Light Walter, Dark Charlotte, and Earth Ralagon. Commander skills from these commanders will also be expanded from their current target battle into the new Temporal Rift battle, so they have a wider variety of places they are useful. And here is the new skill effect which is coming up on several of the updated warriors, Hunter's Mark, which will apply a stacking debuff to an enemy and will buff the abilities of the warrior targeting them based on certain specific ability changes based on the number of stacks applied. For instance, Lyrae's 1 and her 2 will both apply stacks of Hunter's Mark. These seem to all last for 5 turns. And her Burst now will deal 100% more damage for every stack of Hunter's Mark on the user for 1 or more stacks, up to a max of 3, and at 5 or more stacks, have a 100% chance to reduce the action gauge of the target by an additional 10%. There's also going to be a heavy focus on buffs upon counterattacking for a lot of warriors, such as Lyrae's 1 upon counterattacking, dealing 100% more damage for every buff on the user up to 500%. Another warrior buff is going to be the ability to pick up Spiritus Gems for Earth Laphlis in the Elemental Obelisk to unlock his aptitudes and further his base stats. As noted here with the Soulstone fragments from the new raid, you can meld 100 of them with 150,000 gold to create a Soulstone. Given the number of heroes in the game, having more access to skill upgrade materials is a welcome sight. Moving now on to our new Earth Warrior Aran, a nice welcome addition to the Earth Warrior selection. He has really good stats overall, decently defensive and good attack, above average speed, and is going to be heavily focused on counterattacking, applying Hunter's Mark, getting extra turns, dealing additional damage to water elemental enemies, stacking attack up to 200% at max level, and dealing hefty amounts of damage with her burst, based on the number of Hunter's Mark stacks. Her relics definitely offer unique alternate pathways if you want to build less crit in your build and have self-sustaining, or if you want to just go for more heavy damage and have an innate counterattack chance. And that is going to do it for Lord of Heroes News today on Nyris Gaming. Let me know what you think of the upcoming update in the comments below. I will be covering the specifics in more detail in another upcoming video, potentially on the day of the update, and I shall see you in the next one.